Hey, good morning. I just got my groceries from Harris Teeter, just backed in the driveway, and thought I would just come on and say hey right quick before we get into the menu plan in the grocery haul. I have Walmart I already got, and Harris Teeter I'm just going to do like I did last week, group everything together. It seemed to work better for me. But I wanted to remind you that Sunday at 9 o'clock, I'm almost positive, will pop up. You just be looking for it. There is a big collab coming out. There's a bunch of us in it. It's a crock pot collab, and it's hosted by Danielle Nicole. Go check her out already if you haven't. But there's a bunch of us in it giving one of our family favorite crock pot meals. I thought that's a really good idea for a collab because I love finding a new crock pot meal. I don't know about y'all, but I do. So that's what I wanted to remind you. Look for that Sunday morning, and let's just go get started. Okay, I thought we would get started on this week's meal plan. The first thing we always do is we get out our freezer and pantry inventory. I'm telling you, if I didn't have this, I definitely couldn't push it to the last minute. I've been working on this thing since 4 o'clock this morning, and then I quit and crafted a little bit, and then when you see this is my working copy, which I was going to go off of, but we're not. I have scratched out up here, I don't know how many times, trying to figure out what we're going to do for David's birthday for the kids to come over. So I finally got all that and different things to prep. Oh, my groceries. When I show you my menu, I did not need that many items to purchase, but I still have a huge grocery list this week. So you know what we do? This is the one we used last week. So when we cook this, we take next week's list and put what we're using this week. So I have pulled out, this will be next week's. These are the things. Jiffy was on this week's, but I've already made my order and I don't feel like messing with it for a little 50-cent box of Jiffy. So we'll just put it on there next week. So these are the things. And chicken bouillon, I had it on this week, but I bought so much that I'm not out. So I'm gonna keep pushing it. I just don't want to forget that I need it. So I'm going to just keep pushing it until I have a lighter week of groceries, since it's not absolutely empty. So the greens and spaghetti sauce and green beans and the Alfredo sauce and the Jiffy, we'll be using those this week. So that we'll just sit that in our little planner for next week. Now, move that working copy over and finally made this one for you to look at, instead of subjecting you to that. Now, I'm going to try to show you what I actually have to buy food for. This comes from a well-stocked pantry and freezer. Our meats are getting really low. Chicken is. But I just want to show you, like, Friday I like sketty. And that's normally Friday thing. So I have everything I need. I have the hamburger and the noodles and the spaghetti sauce and the corn on the cob. So I have to buy anything for Friday. Saturday is David's actual birthday day, and so we'll eat something out, whatever he wants, his choice. He did want a banana pudding, which we're going to have it up here Monday. We'll talk about that in a minute. So he is getting his dessert that he wants, and that's what he wants. Now Sunday will be prep day, and I'm going to try to make all this. We'll talk about that in a minute too. And I told you, on my way in, I'm getting on track. I'm getting back on track. It's easier for me to say, well, let's get something out. I'm tired. So I'm going to try if I can just put it in the Instant Pot, because I'm just going to wing it. Just like I make my spaghetti in Instant Pot, I'm going to wing that and using my jar of Alfredo sauce, and I think it'll work because that works. So that's Sunday. Then Monday is Labor Day, so that's why I scratched so much out over here. I wasn't sure what day the kids were going to come for his birthday, and then turned out we remembered it was Labor Day, and Holly's off Sunday and Monday, and Kyle should be off of work, and hopefully RJ's off of work. He must be sleeping. Haven't heard from him. David will be off work. So we're just going to cook out. We'll just have some burgers and some chips and some hot dogs. I have hot dogs in the freezer. So I have to buy the burgers and the buns and the chips and then all the nanner pudding stuff. And if you watched my weigh-in this morning, you will know that I said I was probably pretty sure that's what he'd want. And so he would come in there to tell me goodnight. I was in my craft room. He was going to bed this afternoon, whatever. I said, oh yeah, you didn't tell me what birthday dessert you want. And he stood there and I said, pretty sure I know. And he looked at me and he goes, Nana pudding. I said, yup. So we fist bumped and laughed about how in sync we are. He's like, well, if you don't get it once every 6 months, a man needs his Nana pudding. Listen, this is a man who would get it at least 2 times a month. No joke. We were some Nana pudding eating people. So he's going to get that. And I'll make a big one since everybody will be here. That'll be, we'll just celebrate both of those on Monday. Tuesday, this is also from, which I hadn't talked about that yet. This is from, let me hold it, the Gooseberry Patch Almost Homemade book. Whenever I did my grocery haul, where Joan sent me those books, and not my grocery haul, my Happy Meal, and I sit over there and I showed you all my, the ones that she sent. I just made a comment that I should do a Gooseberry Patch series. And then I forgot about it until a couple of you, just like yesterday, said, yeah, you really should. That's a good idea. And I thought, you know what? That is a good idea. So our first, is that going blurry on y'all? There we go. Our first installment, I first found this over here. And then I kept looking and I found this enchilada casserole, which worked because I have a rogue can of enchilada sauce in my cabinet. And I know that because it says so right there. See that? I knew I had that. Been in there probably 6 months where I didn't make them the last time I bought it. The only thing I had to buy, because I make my own cream of chicken and mushroom soup, and I have hamburger in the freezer. Only thing I needed was corn tortillas. And I have this corn in the freezer. So that's all I had to buy for that. Wednesday pierogies. I still have some of those in the freezer from when they were buy one get one free. I have greens in the freezer, and I have dried butter beans. So I didn't need to buy anything for that. Over here, split breast is our last pack in the freezer. Then I had some cooked frozen cow peas, which are just field peas to me, and green beans. So I have all of that. Because you can see, for the meals, I didn't hardly have to buy anything. This is what's getting me about how big my grocery list is this week. It's blowing my mind. Now, for prep, it's looking kind of, I got these things on my taste buds, and so that's what it's going to be. The first thing I knew I was going to make was the cinnamon pistachio. I say pistachio because I get tongue flustered. It's a bread recipe over here in this Gooseberry Patch book. And I'm going to finagle it until it's point friendly and make it into muffins. And those I can keep in the freezer. So I'm not worried about having those sitting around. Then egg roll in a bowl. I also knew I wanted to do that. Somebody on one of the groups mentioned making it. I'm like, you know what? I hadn't made that in forever and a day. But I'm going to make it with. And for the muffins, all I need to buy was the pudding. Because I have a cake mix on hand. The egg roll in a bowl, I need to buy the cabbage, which it was on sale. The coleslaw mix. And then some ground chicken breast. I thought I'd like that better. I don't eat the turkey. And I didn't want to do beef. Then I wanted some peanut butter sheet pan pancakes. Haven't made them in forever, but I don't have any of the peanut butter Kodiak mix or Birch Benders mix. And they don't have it at the store. And besides that, I have the humongous box of Kodiak that I got that time me and Holly went to Costco. So I'm taking the sheet pan pancake recipe and my single peanut butter pancake recipe, and I'm going to try to marry them up and come up with something that I can put in a square baking dish. So fingers crossed, that's what's happening on prep day. And so is the egg roll in a bowl, the muffins. I'm thinking I may probably do the muffins the same day I do that, or at least it will be on the same video. How about that? I will make them whenever I can fit it in, but I will put both Gooseberry Patch recipes on the same video. Then I was sitting over there. I was already through. I was finished making my order, and when I went to check out at Walmart, it always says, well, do you need these items? And one of it was Fage yogurt, and I was like, oh, yes, I think I do. I think I need a cheesecake. It's been a few weeks. I've got to keep having some sweets on hand. When I don't, I go face first into cookies that were left by Sebastian. So that's part of my prep this week. Of course, my pancakes, I don't consider that a dessert. It's sweet, and I'll have eggs with it, and I don't know, maybe some little chicken sausages or something like that. But anyway, okay, well, there it is. There's my weekly meal plan. We're going to do some Gooseberry Patch recipes, and we're going to look at all this mess of a grocery list that I still cannot believe. Well, a lot of this stuff, it's just stuff you have on hand. I just don't know how to get around some of it sometimes. So anyway, let me quit grumping about it. And it's Thursday right now, so when you see this, it will be Friday after I get my groceries. So we'll go right to it. Oh my gosh, let me get a sip of coffee. I'm gonna show you what I'm drinking in today, which is brew. Little kitties. I got to have a sip because I got to tell you what I just did. I straight up put the camera this way so we could look here, and then I was going to turn the camera to look here. Didn't turn the camera. Oh, I was picking up and showing y'all all kind of stuff way over here off camera. It dawned on me I'm telling you, I exaggerate not. I went through every last piece of this, got over to the bacon, got up to my little sample. I'm like, hold up, can you see? No, you could not. So we're going to try this again. I tried to put everything in zones of like what type of grocery it is. This is just the bread. David's Sara Lee, I don't point that out because I don't touch it. This is the white wheat that I like. It's 3 points for 2 slices. You can get 2 slices of the Delightful, Sara Lee Delightful. But I guess I like my white bread, and this is a good compromise for not going full mushy white. And then I forgot to, before I got started, to point these out. This is for David's breakfast that he wanted and for our cookout. So I got a pack of 12. Then back there, the dishwasher stuff and the bathroom stuff. And then these are our 2 of my snacks. The pop chips, Lisa Guerrero, who sent me that care package a couple weeks ago with all the snacks and stuff in it, she had some of those in there, and that's the first time I had tried them, and I really, really like them. So they have this at Walmart. 3 of the sea salt and 3 of the barbecue. And I hadn't had the barbecue. I think all I had was the sea salt. But they're only 3 points for a little bag. It's a great snack, or with a sandwich or something. And this, oh my goodness, this is from Walmart. This is Harris Teeter and Walmart together, by the way. This is from Walmart. If you walk by the bread aisle, this is where they're at, on the bread aisle. If you see these, you better pick them up. They're so good. Hadn't had them since the first time I had them. How about that? Hadn't had them since. 6 of these are only 4 points, and you see how big it is. That is way plenty, and with some honey mustard, oh my gosh. I just heat them up in the microwave just enough, not to make them tough, just to warm them up, soften them up a little bit, dip them in some honey mustard. Whew. I'm going to tell you what, they got pretzel buns too. I've never tried those, but I definitely recommend these if you like pretzels, and they're soft. So they come with some coarse sugar. I haven't used it. I think you can like moisten it and sprinkle the coarse sugar on there if you want to. Not sugar, salt. So those are the 2 snacks I got. Now this section is for what I need for actual meals this week. And the first thing I'm going to show you is embarrassing. Look at this little thing. It's the size of my hand. You would think street tacos would have rung a bell. All I was looking in the app was for a low point corn tortilla to use in my It's a lot of casserole. This was 1 point a tortilla. I'm like, oh, well, that's good. Not for that, it ain't. I'm going to have to go to the store between now and Tuesday when I make that casserole and get some more, because I'm going to give these to the kids, because to me, 1 point for that little bitty thing, that's not worth it. I could make chips out of it, which is what I was going to do. I even said on my menu, I think, whatever tortillas I have left, I was going to bake for chips. That would make 4 chips for 1 point. No, sir. You can have it. The pistachio pudding is for the muffins, cinnamon pistachio muffins that I'm going to make from the Gooseberry Patch. The thin sliced chicken breast, that is for David's breakfast. He gets tired of breakfast food, and sometimes he just wants chicken sandwiches, so he wants some thin ones. I can't even talk. And the ground chicken breast is for my lunch prep of egg roll in a bowl. And that is what this is for. Now, this is what I'm trying to show you. Do you see the 3-color green cabbage, orange carrots, red cabbage? Now, where you see some color? Tell me. There is a purple. Look real close, you can see an orange. There's a little orange. And the rest of it is, I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed in this because it's just plain old cabbage. There's no carrots or anything in it. So, I guess I'll try to find another one, because, or I'll either have to buy some carrots and shred them in there, which I don't want to buy a whole thing of carrots. So, I'm really disappointed in this. Then this chicken is for, this comes from Harris Teeter. You can buy it in their butcher case. You don't have to buy it already packaged like this, and just tell them how much you want. Well, y'all remember a couple weeks ago I ordered 10 chicken breasts and I got 10 pounds. Y'all remember that? Well, this time I wanted 2 chicken breasts, and I actually got 2 chicken breasts. It's according to whoever shops, and you can write a note on there, but it's hit or miss. But still, $149, 1.49 pounds of chicken for 2 chicken breasts. That's too big, y'all. That's just too big. I don't like them that big. We never eat a whole one. I cut them in half. Without fail, I always cut them in half. And 1/2 is 1 portion for us. That chicken is for our fettuccine Alfredo on Sunday, as is the broccoli. Then this, David, well, that's not for lunches. Let me go out since I picked it up. I like to try to keep him a block of sharp cheese in there. He likes to eat it with his meals, his breakfasts. He'll just get his block. I have a little baggie. He'll get his block of cheese and his knife, and he'll take it over at the table with him while he's eating, and just cut off what he wants. So his cheese, he can eat it how he wants to. This, I started to look and see, was I even showing you right again? Holy avocado, 100% chunky avocado minis. I pulled one out. They're only 3 points. You'd be surprised. I'm going to guess that's probably about 1/4 cup. It doesn't say, but to me that looks like maybe even 1/3 cup. But when you squeeze that out and you start spreading that, that is a lot of avocado for 3 points. I told David, I said, I know that's for your breakfast. He wanted that for his chicken sandwiches. I said, but it's nice to know that I have options. These are from Walmart. That's where I found these, at Walmart. Now, let me move the camera lest I have to start over again. Goodness. This section is just the dairy products that we always have on hand. My creamer, cashew milk for bacon, almond milk for bacon or drinking. I like to drink almond milk. It's very refreshing to me. Back there, skim milk and eggs, always. The Fayet, I don't always have Fayet, but when I'm doing a cheesecake, that's the one I want. And then this is just plain, non-fat. It is 0 points, just like the Greek. So if you don't like the texture or the taste of Greek, just get you some plain. Now, some things that you make that takes Greek yogurt, still use the Greek yogurt because it's thicker. So it would affect, like the 2-ingredient dough, I'm guessing it would affect the texture, the moisture in it. So That's mostly for eating and for recipes that are not bacon. Then David's 3 yogurts. He got peach and almond, coconut, and cookies and cream. And then we always need butter. And light sour cream, then I forgot to write that on, but it seems like it's 1 point for 2 tablespoons. Hold on. Okay, I get to talking and I get a dry spot back there. Then string cheese, they haven't had Walmart string cheese in for a long time on my orders. I have been having to, like the past 2 times, get Sargento, and it costs a whole lot more. So I was excited to get that. Those are the 1 point string cheeses. And then I always have to have some of my bacon on hand. It's so handy. So handy. Now this came from Harris Teeter. This was a free sample. Whole Earth Sweetener Company, stevia leaf and monk fruit cubes. There's 30 cubes in here. Now right here, I'm holding over so I can read what it says. We crafted these 0-calorie sweet cubes with just a few simple ingredients, packaged in a convenient tin so you can enjoy them with your favorite beverage at home and on the go. 1 cube equals the sweetness of 1½ teaspoons of sugar. Erythritol, stevia leaf extract, natural flavors, and monk fruit extract. So that was a free sample from Harris Teeter. That's pretty cool. If we ever do go out in public to a restaurant, I might try one of them in my tea. I just might do it. It'd be interesting to see how well they dissolve. So that's all for this side of the bar. Now let's swing over to the other side. This is and it seems like there should have been something else when I'm standing here looking at it. I thought there was more things I needed to replenish than just this, so I'm going to have to check my list. I haven't had time to do that yet. But I needed to replenish my stock of hot dog chili, and this is the 0 point. And the green beans, my favorite canned green beans of all times. And then 2 turnip greens. This is like in between stock up, replenishing, and what we always have on hand, because I always try to have his dressing. This is his favorite dressing, the Ken's Thousand Island. And this week they were buy 2, get 3 free. So they only made them $1 and something a piece. You can't beat that for Ken's dressing. So I got that. I got 2 of the Asian sesame with ginger and soy. I ordered the light. Apparently they didn't have it, so whatever. This, I'll just count the points. And then country French. Dill pickles, the hamburger chips. David likes those on his sandwiches, so I had to be sure and replace that. Now let's switch over here. These are the things that we always have on hand. He's just about out of his tea sweetener. I'm going to have to mark it so I know what it is. I'm going to cut that out and stick it in the little container, because when I was cooking something the other day, I couldn't remember which sweetener I had used. I didn't know which one I had put in there, so I know now. It's the stevia, made with stevia extract. That just comes from Walmart. And a olive oil spray, which I thought it said it was a 2-pack, but apparently it was not. Oatmeal, old-fashioned oatmeal. I always have to have that. I always have to have his Raisin Bran and rice and popcorn, always. And popcorn spray. They were out of my Winona, so they substituted this, which that's fine, as long as I got one of them, because it's what makes the salt stick. And then coffee. Now I was going to show you this. I'm getting better, because I could easily go through probably 4 of these a week. I'm not joking. Minimum 3 I could go through a week. Yes, I do drink a lot of coffee. Yes, I do. We know that. These I bought a long time ago on Amazon. It was a pack of 4 different colors. If I can get a hold of it. You just put a scoop of coffee in here, and it works exactly like a pod. You don't have to take your ring out, your little thing that sets in the Keurig exactly the same way the pod does. The little purple, it just keeps you, so you have it put in straight. You keep it over to the left. But I've been getting really good at using my bulk coffee instead of so many of these. It's so much cheaper. I had 4, and when Holly still lived here, one of us instinctively pulled the pod out and threw it in the garbage. not thinking it was one of these, so I lost my green one, I think. So that is everything over here. Now we just got one more little section. Okay, this over here are the things I needed to buy for our cookout. David wants his nanner pudding, so Nilla, the only way to go. A good nanner pudding uses Nilla wafers. Just so happened they were buy one get one free at Harris Teeter, so we decided it was meant to be. Then I wanted to get a jar of the Deal Spears. They were buy one get one free too. It's like $1.34 for that jar of pickles. I probably should have got some more, but I bought so much other stuff. I didn't really bulk up on anything. I just got what needed to be stocked up on and what needed to be needed. And then 2 drinks, because the kids, they like to have a drink with their meal. Good old sun dropping cheer wine. If you're from the South, you know the sun dropping the cheer wine. Could have got a cherry and a sun drop too, but we don't need 3 drinks. Whatever's left in there, that'll want to go with one and want to go with the other. This is just the produce. I needed 1 large head of lettuce because we need it for the cookout and for salads and for David's breakfast. So she called me. She said she only had 2 smaller ones. I said, well, I'll take that. And then their navel oranges were on sale for $1.99. And I needed onions. And David needed tomatoes to go with his chicken sandwiches. And then I needed bananas just for eating and for pudding making. And if you can see, can you tell the color? It don't look as green on camera. That is not ready for no pudding. So I think you can put them in a paper bag and they'll ripen. So this is going in a paper bag because I got to make a big pudding. I'm going to have 6 people here and then people will honk on that stuff. I got to make a big one. That's why I got 2 boxes of the pudding. So, okay, that's it. That's all the groceries I got for the week. And, let's see, I'm tired. Now I got to go put everything up. I'll see y'all in my next video.